Hello, welcome to day 4 of Alloy Prepared Piano Project here at Experimental Sound Studio. Today is special, a little bit different. I'm going to try doing a live video for the first time on this channel and in my life. So I guess I tried doing it earlier on, but on day 1 even, I was like, oh, let me try this out. But apparently you need 50 subscribers to do that. And I am so happy to say that 50 of people are now watching this thing. So thank you for subscribing if you have. Today I'm going to do a live video and document the full preparation process of doing the John Cage Sonatas and Interludes from 1948. It's the setup that's used for this piece by John Cage. And this is what the preparation instructions look like. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take as much time as it needs to do a good job and maybe explain a few things along the way or talk to myself out loud while I do it. And once I do that, I'm going to basically focus on composing a piece, really dig into finding sounds that I like and even just ideas, philosophical outside of music that I want to explore musically in the piece. And I'm going to maybe talk about that too as I do it. And then I will also lay out sort of like everything, all of these pieces that are awesome pieces that have been written already for the John Cage setup that I'm going to be working with today. So I might look there for inspiration too, including the actual John Cage Sonatas and Interludes. And then finally, if I have time, I will try to mess around with a few little things. Tinfoil, which is a great thing to use inside the strings, on and inside and around. And this Christmas song anthology, I have a weird sort of thought that maybe it would work to do some kind of prepared piano Christmas project or holiday project in the future. So we'll see if there's time, they'll do that too. All right, I hope you enjoy. For these two notes, from B4 to C5. B4 and C5 are always something I've noticed on this John Cage prepared piano setup, that it is really hard to find something that sounds good there because it's so exposed in a way. And sometimes it's easier, I find, to find C5 first and then like just generally where, and then go for B4 and then kind of split the difference and find the right sort of harmonic sound that you want. Because you're really tuning a whole chord when you're doing this. You're not just playing a single note, you're tuning a chord, and you're not just tuning one chord, you're tuning a chord progression in a way. And that's true for a lot of these pitches. So yeah, that was a big variable that I felt was, consumed a lot of time. It was really interesting. I've done it on this piano 3 times now, and it's different every time. So that's really interesting too, is that even though you have experience with a certain piano, you get used to where these nice big beams are located, how you get used to the angle that the strings cross at. You get used to where the pedal is, all these little ergonomic things that you kind of makes you go faster and more comfortably. You still end up with so much variability because this is a living, it's almost like a living thing. It's wood. The wood is expanding, expanding, contracting, and changing with the seasons and changing with the day, and evolving in a way. So that's what makes this really fun and always a challenge and always interesting. All right, that's a wrap on day 4 of the Alloy Prepared Piano Project. Here's the full prepared piano setup of the John Cage 1948 Sonatas and Interludes. It took a very long time because I wanted to make sure everything fit well and was secure, and also had a good sound for this particular piano on this particular day.
yeah, a lot of discoveries along the way, a lot of things I still need to fix. I still need to find a better bolt for a few spots and a better screw for a few spots, and a few more of these plastic tubes, which I'll talk more about later. And yeah, otherwise the piano's holding up really well. It sounds great over the course of a full practice session. And then I really dug in a lot to this last movement of the John Cage Sonatas and Interludes, and really thought a lot about what makes this music work for me, and used those inspirations and ideas to start building a piece of my own for piano four hands, and it's coming along, and kind of have a full plan for the piece at this point, although it looks like total, impossible to read chicken scratch. But it makes sense to me. And so that wraps up the day. It's been great. This is all I did today. I unfortunately didn't get to some of the other things I want to do, like tin foil and Christmas songs, but I'll do that another day.